sent her recipe, but I haven't made it yet. You got to send yours.
I finally got the best recipe. I'm so happy with it.
Jen, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Anything fun?
It's been a day. Not what I expected for 40, but I'll take it. It's all good.
This is 40?
It's 40. Wow. This is 40.
This is 40. First Shabbat as a 40-year-old. It's all downhill, I hear, but you guys all seem to be doing fine, so maybe not.
I think it gets better and better.
Like wine.
No, I'm waiting for that till after the service so that I can do this.
Oh, you got to do it during.
How's the puppy doing?
Puppy's doing well. Yeah, puppy's doing well.
That's great.
How was your birthday, Naomi?
It was actually really nice. Some people have said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, COVID, the whole thing, birthday." I'm like, no, it was great. The weather was nice. And what else do you want to do on your birthday? You want to relax and not go too crazy. And I was able to do that. And I had my mom and Leah.
Nice.
So that was really special.
That's great.
Yeah. Nothing crazy, but really nice. I got the best card from Leah, so.
Naomi, did you see for Hashkivenu, if we could do the Kalsman version, that would be great. The same one we do for Kavanagh.
Yeah, I've been doing that every week. Yeah. Okay, good.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to our service. Welcome online. We have a very special Shabbat service planned for us tonight as we celebrate our graduates from our high school program and in our Marvi youth group program. We've been thinking a lot, and I'm sure we'll talk about this again later in our service, about the impacts of this pandemic on our children and their missing out on school and us missing out on them being in school. But particularly for those that have worked so hard to enter into their senior year, to not get to walk across the stage, as we've been hearing about so many, and the proms and the end of the year things that are so much a part of what they have been working towards in these last years, and that were so important to so many of us that have walked that same path. So we wanted to make sure to highlight our seniors this evening, and we've invited them to speak, and we're going to give them a blessing and to share their reflections about their time at Temple Sholom. Not that it's the end of their time at Temple Sholom, but their time as Majahim and as leaders in our youth group. But we'll begin our service as we always do with Cantor Tausig.
Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם yachad. We're on page 128, right below Hine Matov. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
It's been pointed out to me that I use an Americanism there. Our grade 12s, not our seniors. We'll continue as we continue with our service. We want to welcome in the teens that are with us. We want to invite Evan and Sadie and AC to join us on screen. We've asked each of them to share some thoughts and reflections, and we'll start with Evan. So AC and Sadie, you can actually you can turn off your cameras, AC and Sadie. We'll bring you back on in just a sec, and your microphones. And we want to really turn this service over to our teens, to let them share with us. We've asked them to reflect on their time at Temple Sholom, what they've learned from their time here, and what their hopes are for the future, for themselves and for our community and for our world. And so, Evan, it's a pleasure to share, I would say the bima, but we'll share the virtual bima with you this evening.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. To those of you who don't know me, my name is Evan. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm a grad at St. George's School. Over this past year, that name has gained some infamy, and without the unbreakable Jewish community in Vancouver and the iron bonds that I've made with Jewish teens across North America through NIFTY, I would not be the passionate and proud Jewish adult that I have become. I would be just another young Jew scared into hiding. Temple Sholom has been an unending source of support for me ever since I first joined our Temple's youth group, Marvi, back then TSY in grade 8. The youth group was an amazing place for me to kick back by participating in an event, and as I became confident in my leadership skills, it became a place for me to play a part in cultivating a community for the metro area Reform Vancouver youth population. However, one of the things that I'm most grateful for is Temple Sholom's encouragement and support of teen engagement with NIFTY. In particular, Stephanie Mrakovich, Phil Angel, Sarah Friedman, and Rabbi Dan, each of whom have been instrumental in empowering teens like me to take part in the life-changing experiences that one can only access through NIFTY. It's in large part because of my Marvi and NIFTY communities that I've had such an incredible high school experience. From 9-hour bus rides to Olympia, Washington, to sleepless nights on the temple floor, I am so incredibly grateful for my time in Temple Sholom as a high schooler. It is with my friends from Marvi and NIFTY that I first truly understood the words of the prayer that we just sang, Hine Matov. In the words of the great Alana Arian, how good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Evan. Let's ask Sadie Quinn to join us on screen now as well. There you are, Sadie. It's all yours.
Good evening, everyone. If my Jewish educational experience had to be summarized in 2 words, it would be the following: question everything. Although some of our practices are thousands of years old, they have never stopped evolving alongside the surrounding environment. Growing up in a Reformed community like Temple Sholom has allowed me to fully experience that evolution. People of all genders are allowed to participate fully in services. Tech on Shabbat is okay if you're using it to hear the Torah read on Zoom. We've built this incredible community because we've never stopped asking questions. How can we educate in a way that treats children as real people? What does the Jewish connection to the land mean in the context of the climate crisis? How do we use the tools we have to make sure no one falls through the cracks during this pandemic? If anything, the isolation imposed by COVID-19 has made me more aware than ever of this community. My family only attends in-person services a few times a year, but now we regularly tune in on Friday nights and Saturday mornings. I so look forward to seeing my religious school class on Sundays. And I've used my newfound free time to get more involved in leading music with Annette and the other stellar song leaders. As I find myself somewhat isolated from certain communities like my school, I feel more connected to Temple Sholom. At this time, I'm reminded of the Torah study method of chavruta, or fellowship. This involves two people struggling together to understand a piece of text, proposing questions and adding to each other's answers, with the assumption that the truth lies somewhere between their perspectives. This approach can be applied to secular studies and all aspects of our lives where we might benefit from a second opinion. That is to say, all aspects of our lives. I hope that we continue to struggle together and that we don't get too comfortable with our answers, so we never stop asking questions. Thank you to Rabbi Dan, Rabbi Brown, Cantor Tausig, Jen, Annette, all the religious school teachers, and my fellow madruchim for encouraging productive discussion and always making me feel heard. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Sadie, thank you. And thank you for being one of our song leaders as well. You're just terrific. Thank you. Let's ask Anna Clara to join us on screen. AC, there you are. We turn it over to you. You have to unmute yourself, though, AC.
Sorry, now you can hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. If you don't know me, my name's Anna Clara, and I'm a grade 12 student from King David High School. And thank you, Evan and Sadie, for both of your incredible speeches. That was really nice to hear. So my role as programming vice president on our Marvi youth group has given me the opportunity to be an influential young leader in my Jewish community and to be a role model for students attending my school and synagogue. Looking back, Marvi was so much more than just a youth group to me. I've met my best friends through Marvi. I've laughed so hard I couldn't breathe, and I've cried even harder, and I've sang my heart out at so many events. I've made countless memories and learned so much about myself and my connection to Judaism. I've had spiritual revelations during our beautiful Havdalah services, and I've spent 9 straight hours, as Evan said, on a bus last year on a drive to Olympia, Washington, to meet my wonderful Jewish friends that I've met throughout our Marvi events and through NIFTY. I've met Jewish teens from Utah and across the United States. And in my first year of Marvi, I went on a ghost walk with our group in Gastown and learned about different ghosts that reside in Vancouver. I could always count on all of our half improvised Marvi group events to look forward to and to make me smile in times of stress. The people that have come and gone through our group have just been fantastic individuals with a good sense of humor and an even better heart. They've been with me through thick and thin, and my Marvi friends never fail to put a smile on my face. Each individual graduating here alongside me today has taught me so much and has made this experience so much more special. Their dedication to continuously giving back to our community has influenced me tremendously and has inspired me over these past couple years. I'm truly grateful for this group, and I wish each of them success in whatever lies ahead. I also want to thank Rabbi Dan, Phil, and Sarah for all of their hard work and everything they've done to keep Marvi going through this time and to keep us connected. It really has made a huge difference in all of our lives, and I just want to thank you. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, Anna AC. Thank you so much. Thank you. Our service continues. We're going to have more of our teens speaking in just a little bit. It's so inspiring. We're going to hear from Phil Angel, our Marvi advisor, and Jen Jaffe, our religious school principal, of course, Rabbi Brown, and myself, and Cantor Tausig. We'll continue page 142. If you're following along, the Siddur is available, templeshalom.ca/video. There's a link below this video feed. Let's continue with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei HaElyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaElyon. Malachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni LaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem LaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We continue as we welcome the Sabbath bride with Lecha Dodi, page 138.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmiyanu el hamiuchad Adonai echad ushmo echad l'shem multiferet v'letehila lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'neilcha ki mekor ha-beracha Mirosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machsheva techila lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitoch hafecha rav lach shevet be'amek abecha v'hu yachamol alayechem la lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orech kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kavod Adonai alayich nigla, lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha uv'tahala, toch emune am segula, boi chala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Our service continues with Chatzi Kaddish, page 263.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, ve'almad yivrach yurtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yom echon, uv'chayedachol beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, ubizman kariv, v'himeru, amen. Yeheshmei rabba mevarach, le'olam olam me'omaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei kudesha barichu, le'ila min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran ve'alma ve'imeru. Amen.
Continue with the Baruch Hu, page 264.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai Vorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Borach Leolam Vaed.
If you're standing, you may be seated, and we'll continue reading the words of Ma'ariv Aravim. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, u'vitvuna mishane itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'mesader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, gol'el or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. U'ma'avir yom u'mevi layla, u'mavdil ben yom uvein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid imloch aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Ma'ariv Aravim.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael hamchavta, Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokbeinu v'kumeinu nasiach b'chokacha ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נהגה יומם ולילה. באהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam lehot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti atchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiyot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Emet.
Amen. So, one really important person in our Temple Sholom community and on our staff at Temple Sholom is Phil Angel. Phil has been our youth advisor for the past few years, and actually it was really Phil who helped us in this transition from what we used to call TSY, Temple Sholom Youth, into MARVI. MARVI is an acronym for Metro Area Reform Vancouver Youth. But it's not just to have a different acronym. It really is to go along with NIFTY and the conventions of Reform Synagogues youth movements across North America. Phil has done an incredible job of developing leadership in our shul with our teens in Marvi and within our region of NIFTY. It's really been tremendous to see what Phil has done in the growth of our youth movement. So I would like to invite Phil to join us on our virtual Bima and share a few words and introduce our next few speakers for this evening.
Hi, everyone. quickly, before I start, I'm so glad that you guys are mentioning the 9-hour bus ride that you remember so fondly, because at the time, that is not necessarily how I remember it, but I'm glad that that's how you're choosing to remember it now. Yeah, very briefly, I was thinking about what I wanted to share, and I decided I wanted to share it through music rather than spoken word. So I'm going to do that. This is a song that I heard roughly around the time that I was graduating, and I hope that it can add to this moment for you as well. May I suggest to you, may I suggest this is the best part of your life. May I suggest this time is blessed for you, this time is blessed and shining almost blinding bright. Just turn your head and you'll begin to see the 1,000 reasons that were just beyond your sight. The reasons why I suggest to you, why I suggest this is the best part of your life. There is a world that's been addressed to you, addressed to you, intended only for your eyes. A secret world, like a treasure chest for you, of private scenes and brilliant dreams that mesmerize. A lover's trusting smile, a tiny baby's hand, the million stars that fill the turning sky at night. Oh, I suggest to you, oh, I suggest this is the best part of your life. There is a hope that's been expressed in you, the hope of 7 generations, maybe more. And this is the faith that they invest in you, is that you'll do one better than was done before. Inside you know, inside you understand, inside you know what's yours to finally set right. And I suggest to you, and I suggest this is the best part of your life. This is a song, comes from the west for you, comes from the west, comes from the slowly setting sun, with a request of you, to see how very short the endless days will run. And when they're gone, and when the dark descends, oh, we'd give anything for one more hour of life. And I suggest to you, and I suggest this is the best part of your life. So thank you for letting me share that with you. And if Sam Albert would love to turn on his video, please take this moment to share some words with us.
Hi there. Good evening, Temple Shalom. My name is Sam Albert, and I'm a grade 12 student at Earl Marriott Secondary. My experience with Marvy has had a huge influence on shaping both my individual and Jewish identity. Growing up in White Rock, I never had much of a connection to my Judaism or the greater Jewish community, besides a small group of students I met through weekly Sunday school classes at the White Rock JCC. I never attended any Jewish summer camp and honestly knew like 2 other Jewish students in my high school. Nonetheless, joining Marvy when I was 15 years old opened my eyes to a whole different side of my Jewish identity. I have met some of the best friends of my life through Marvy and subsequently by attending NIFTY with communities from across the Pacific Northwest. I've taken on some of my first leadership roles through Marvy by joining our board as Communication and Social Action Vice President to plan and host events for Temple Sholom's youth, and have transformed so many of those skills to countless other volunteering, leadership, and social action initiatives over the last 4 years. However, above all else, Marvy instilled in me a sense of pride in my Jewish identity and a sense of belonging in a community I had never known. Additionally, the values of tikkun olam and repairing our world are traits within myself I have put an emphasis on in everything I do, and they have strengthened my awareness to become a better local and global Jewish citizen. As a student who has been involved in environmental activism and advocacy since elementary school, the lessons and philosophies I have taken away through working and participating with Marvy on our collective Jewish diligence to protect our planet and work towards a more environmentally, social, and cultural sustainable future are lessons I will never forget. As I now launch into the next stage of my life and begin attending university in the fall, I hope to maintain the notions of tikkun olam, which I hold so dear due to Marvy. I hope to cultivate and foster the same proud and welcoming Jewish community I've known all of high school, and use this unique and irreplaceable community as a force of good through initiatives of tzedakah and social action. Although I will miss all the laughs, memories, and iconic Whistler retreats we shared with Marvy, I know I will always be returning to the same strong, close-knit community I grew up with. Although we may not be able to gather in person today or in the foreseeable future, I know that connections and friendships I have made with Marvy will be stronger than any length of time apart. I am immensely grateful to Rabbi Dan for inviting me to join the Jewish community here at Temple Sholom all the way back in 2015, when I was able to travel with the synagogue to Israel for my bar mitzvah, and I'm so thankful he has continued to foster that connection ever since. Thank you, Temple Sholom, Rabbi Dan, Phil, and Sarah for supporting my experience with Marvy and NIFTY over the last 5 years. And I would also like to say Shabbat Shalom to my Bubby Annette tuning in from Ottawa tonight. Marvy will always keep a special place in my heart, and I cannot wait to see what all my fellow graduates will accomplish in the future after all sharing such an empowering launching point here at Temple Sholom. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Sam. Samantha, if you want to take the stage, this is your moment to share some words with us.
Okay. Just first, I wanted to say that was an absolutely beautiful performance, Phil. Like, I enjoyed thoroughly. Okay. Hi, I'm Samantha. If you don't know me, I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a grade 12 student at Samiamu Secondary School in White Rock, and I served as Marvy president this year. I remember the crisp September day when I first experienced the wonders of Marvy. I was on my way to my first NIFTY event. Within minutes of boarding the bus, I was enveloped by a loving environment of involved Vancouver youth, all sharing a desire to be the next fantastic generation of Reformed Judaism. I soon realized that part of NIFTY's magic wasn't the regional events with crowded cabins and Assefa formalities. The magic came from those hours spent on a bus ride, singing along and bonding with my favorite people in the world, Marvyites. I'm a Jewish teenage girl heading to university next year, and I know that I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for Marvy. Growing up in White Rock, I was never part of a large Jewish kahila, and finding Marvy was a miracle. I realized that there are tons of Jewish teenagers my age right around the corner to have my back and be a haven and treasure just across the Massey Tunnel. Marvy showed me that Judaism is more than pages in a siddur. The compelling beauty of this faith isn't the Hebrew words of the Baruch Hu. It's the harmonies you make with those praying alongside you. It's the feeling of arms interlocked and swaying with Hine Matov. Marvy showed me that prayers are more than melodies and letters. They're the patchwork of connection between millions of Israelites. They're promises to continue this faith for the next generations. Marvy is what filled the gaps between the single-spaced Hebrew calligraphy. This movement recited words of Hashkivenu with me, asking for protection. But then we formed social action events so we could protect others. Hebrew school taught me to admire the world we live in. Marvy gathered up my friends and me to clean up a beach and thank Mother Nature firsthand. For this, I love this youth group wholeheartedly. Next year, I'll miss the impromptu dance parties on Whistler retreats and the warmth of my best friend's hands crossed in mine as we sit on the floor for Havdalah. I'll miss cuddling Marv on 2 or 9 hour-long bus rides and the over-enthusiastic Boker Tov chants on event mornings and decorating cookies at Hanukkah parties. almost knowing that every month I'll see my best friends in the world at an epic event where I'll have fun, make a difference, and revel in the knowledge that I am part of such an extraordinary Kahila Kadosha. I'll miss song session, 10:30 p.m. hide and seek, and white elephant gift exchanges that take ages to complete. I'll miss Marby next year, but I'm so grateful that after 1 year as president and 3 years as a participant, next year I'll be bringing Marby's lessons and memories with me. Thanks for the late nights, the beautiful tefillah sessions, the chickpea dinners, the 2-hour border waits, the long commutes, the cutthroat musical chairs games, and the best friends I could ask for. Thank you to Sarah, Phil, and Rabbi Dan for making all this happen. Thanks for the memories and making me into a proud, reformed Jewish adult. Thank you.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you so much, Samantha and Sam and Phil too, for your beautiful song. That was such a bonus for us on the Shabbat. I really loved the melody and the lyrics. So our service will continue now with Mi Chamocha as we sing together page 270.
Mi chamocha beinim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot ohosefele, nora tehilot ohosefele, machotecha ra'u banecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam zeini anu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed B'nemor kifad Adonai et Yaakov u'galo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Ka'al Yisrael.
One of the things that's always very powerful is how the songs and the melodies of youth, of camp, of Nifty, of youth group, turn into the melodies of our broader congregation. And I think that for us, Hashkivenu is one really wonderful example of that. It's the melodies that are so common now at Camp Kalsman and Nifty have become our Temple Shalom melodies too. And so we're going to join together with Cantor Tausig as we sing Hashkivenu, this prayer for the evening, page 271.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen.
So we sing together Vishamru. We give thanks for Shabbat, the beauty of this day that feels different than the rest of the week. It allows us to escape into an island of sacred time, page 272.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, ביני ובין בני ישראל, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, Yum bada bim bum bye. Shabbat, Shabbat, yum bada bim bum bye. Shabbat, Shabbat, yum bada bim bum bye. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvihi Shabbat vayinafash. Yum bada bim bum bye. Shabbat, Shabbat, yum bada bim bum bye. Shabbat, Shabbat, yum bada bim bum bye. Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
I think I would say that the person at Temple Shalom who has the greatest impact on our youth and our future generations of our Jewish people is Jen Jaffe, the principal of our religious school. Jen has been not only educating our youth for many years, but also serving as a mentor to our teens who are madrichim, helpers in our classrooms, and just helping so many to just learn how to be wonderful mensches and to take great responsibility in our community as Jews. So I want to invite Jen to join us on our virtual Bima to introduce our next group of speakers. And I also want to say to Jen Jaffe, happy birthday. It is Jen Jaffe's very special birthday today, and we send you all our love from all corners of the internet tonight, Jen.
Thank you, Rabbi Brown. Thank you so much. I can't believe we're already at this point. I swear these, well, they're not even kids now, but they were just becoming B'nai Mitzvah, and now they've finished their time in our youth group in our school and are graduating. To the Madrachim, I've been thinking back on your time in the school, and as Jewish educators, we often believe that the curriculum with all of the Hebrew and the holidays and the Torah stories is at the center of our work, but the reality is that learning relies so much on the connections that we make with our students. All of our actions have an effect on them, and whether you always wanted to be or not, you were role models. They noticed when you remembered them by name, and it mattered. There was a child psychologist in Israel years back named Chaim Ganat, who was somewhat of a pioneer in education. And he said, children are like wet cement. Whatever falls on them makes an impression. And I can say without hesitation that you have made an amazing impression on the kids of our synagogue. They've seen your dedication, your creativity, and your willingness to spend one of your weekend mornings with them each week. And I have witnessed firsthand that this particular group of teens we have here is going to change the world for the better. In fact, they already are. They're driven, they take initiative, and they seem to really understand the importance of taking care of each other and of the earth. I am just so impressed by each of you. It gives me such hope for the future. So thank you for being wonderful students, but more importantly, thank you for being our teachers. I wish you all the luck in whatever lies ahead. And I'm just putting it out here now that if any of you want to work in the school in the years to come, there's a job waiting for you. Mazel Tov and Shabbat Shalom. And I would like to ask David Clark, if you want to join us on this virtual Bima to share some words.
Thank you, Jen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I think more than anything else, Temple has given me a place to be my kind of Jewish. During the week, I go to Jewish day school, and over the summer, a Jewish sleepaway camp. Although it never felt completely Jewish, or rather my form of Judaism. All of my other Jewish friends express their Judaism differently than mine, and they all have their own traditions. Here, I got a chance to explore my Judaism with like-minded teens. And over the past 2 years, I found comfort and pride in my Judaism, and that was something new to me. Through Sunday school and the monthly Marvi events, I found my community. It was also there where I made wonderful relationships and memories. I remember when I went to my first Marvi event, and I was a bit nervous. I had asked myself the usual questions when approaching a new social circle. And I look back and wonder what was to be so worrying. This year, I was able to be part of Temple's board, and I wanted to say that I enjoyed my time and found it interesting and informative. Also this year, at Sunday school, I had a unique opportunity to get to know one of the students quite personally, and he brought me some countless smiles to my face, and I was always happy to be there early on Sunday morning. I wanted to say that Temple Shalom is truly a family, and I wanted to say thank you for the community that I've gotten the chance to experience, and I'm extremely proud to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David. I'd like to invite Rebecca Hamilton next, please. Rebecca, are you here? You just need to join.
Yeah. Oh, my video is okay. There. Hi, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Every Sunday morning this year, I looked forward to when I would walk through the heavy synagogue doors for religious school. I liked being able to say hi to everyone I'd see, knowing that many of them had either watched me grow up or grown up with me, knowing that here's a building full of people who would ask me how I was doing and actually care. In turn, I would do the same to them and to my class of students. Temple Sholom has helped teach me how to practice community and taught me how it is such an important part of being Jewish. This wild, wild time of COVID has caused me to reflect more on this. Over the last 2 months, in addition to Zoom Hebrew school classes, my family has used Zoom to celebrate Shabbat, Seders, and my brother's bar mitzvah. It's taken extra creativity to carry out our traditions of coming together for these events, but in isolation, this coming together is more needed than ever. And to me, this has really both demonstrated the wisdom of our tradition of community and also shown what true community is. A recognition of our interdependence and a commitment to unequivocal mutual support. My hope for the future of our community and world is that we're able to widen these feelings of support, grounding, and interdependence that I feel at synagogue. I think COVID is showing us just how connected we are to everyone else in this world, and I hope that we can see ourselves in this type of interdependent community with the natural world around us. I have felt so grateful this year to be part of such an incredible synagogue that is taking this need seriously with the Shomrei Adamah project and the opportunity to yell about the climate crisis in the middle of a Rosh Hashanah sermon. I know nothing will ever be the same again in many ways. The impending threat of climate crisis blocking out the horizon has meant that our generation has always known we'd be growing up into an uncertain world. And a global pandemic coinciding with our time of graduation is really reinforcing this. But just as I am entering a new chapter of my life, graduating and stepping beyond what's been my normal for the last 18 years, I hope that our world is also at a similar transition, graduating beyond the devastatingly destructive and awkward teenage growth spurt we've been in. It's overwhelming to think about this collective step into the unknown new reality we're creating. But I hope that where we are going will be built around the web of community keeping us upright. Just as how the cloud of the unknown in my life feels less unstable because of the community that I know I have access to if I walk through the doors of Temple Sholom. Thank you to Rabbi Dan, Rabbi Brown, Jen, all of the teachers and fellow madrichim, all of the students, and everyone in the Temple community for making me feel so supported in such a strong community.
Yasher koach. Thank you, Rebecca, for those words. And last but not least in this group, Ben Thompson, please join us.
Thank you, Jen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It seems like only yesterday that I walked into Temple Sholom at 11 years old, ready for grade 6 religious school. And now, all of a sudden, I'm graduating on a Zoom call. I could have never anticipated that. My Jewish education at Temple Sholom included some extremely memorable experiences, including, of course, my bar mitzvah and having the honor to read Torah at my brother's bar mitzvah. It has allowed me to make many great friends who I hope to always stay connected with. It has given me the opportunity to learn about and engage with important issues to our community and to our world, and think about those issues through a Jewish lens. And of course, Temple Sholom has been a place of employment for me every Sunday for the last 2 years. The Temple Religious School has given me a lot of things, but this last point really sticks out. Working as a madrichim every Sunday throughout the school year has confirmed my love of working with children, watching them grow and learn just as I did. I'll miss the kids that I've taught for the last 2 years, but in the future, I know I'll have the opportunity to see them at Temple during the holidays and various events that come up. And of course, I look forward to one day attending their bar and bat mitzvahs, although that won't be for another 5 years. Even though I'm graduating from the teen program at the religious school, my goal is to stay connected to the Temple in my adult life, and I look forward to the new learning and experiences that future brings. And of course, I look forward to the time that we can all come together again, side by side in the same room, hopefully sooner rather than later. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Ben, Rebecca, and David, for all that you've done in our school. And of course, again to you, Jen, thank you so much. So our service will continue now with the Amidah on page 274. I invite you, if you choose, to please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel chasadim tovim v'konei hakol, v'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevi geula livnei v'neihem, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע. מוריד הטל, מחלקל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני העפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יללוך סלה, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Amen. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. And we're going to take a few moments now for our own silent prayer. We conclude this portion of our Amidah with a prayer of peace. We turn to page 282, Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu malach Adon, Lecho HaShalom. Ki atahu malach Adon, Lecho HaShalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha, Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'necha davarech, et amcha Yisrael, b'chol leit v'chol shah, b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamavarech et Amo Yisrael, Bashalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. this afternoon, before Shabbos began, I had an opportunity to participate with many of the other rabbis and cantors in our community in a Yom Yerushalayim celebration that was hosted by JNF and was community-wide for Vancouver. Yom Yerushalayim is celebrated here today in Canada, yesterday in Israel. It is the day 53 years ago that the IDF successfully restored Jerusalem as the capital, the eternal capital of the Jewish people. It had always been, but not physically within our hands. And then the brave soldiers of the IDF breached the gates and the walls and entered into the city. It's become a bit of a controversial holiday now, as it, like so many things, has become a bit of a partisan divide. But if we hearken back to those days 53 years ago of tremendous sense of Jewish pride and redemption, that's the moment of celebration that I wanted us to focus on this evening. And it was just earlier today that I received by video this beautiful rendition of Yerushalayim Shel Zachav that was done by a collection of female cantors from around the world. And the pluralistic nature, the inclusive, egalitarian nature of that song, I think, is fitting for our congregation and for our world as we celebrate the meaning of Jerusalem for us and for the Jewish people and for all time. And so we wanted to share that with you as part of our service this evening. Hopefully this will work.
ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני
I thought it was inspiring, and I hope you did as well. We turn now in our service to bring into our hearts and into our prayers those who are sick and in need of healing, the healing that can come from prayer, but also from community. As we think of all those who are in need of this Misha Berach, this prayer for healing on this Shabbat, we ask God's blessing on Angela Bodez, Nomi Kaplan, Dr. Kuka Nortjoyo, Denise Huguet, Ronnie Goldberg, Andrea Jarzibak, Ari Schwartz, David Lowen, Sherry Lowen, Jeff Lowen, Raymond Mayer, Maureen Newman, Florence Bayton, Leonard Gold and Carol Gold, Esther Weinstein, Neil Tapley, Ellen Barbary, Bella Sherman, Michael Cavell, and Yana Timko. We join with our cantor, page 371, of Misha Berach, a prayer for healing.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you, Cantor Tausig. We want to just take a moment before we invite our teens back up onto the screen, I guess, to just share some quick announcements with you. First, that is to let you know that the temple is working on our plans for slowly reopening to in-person services. We have been in touch with the health authorities and with the other congregations, both within the Jewish community and beyond, within the rest of the faith community, to try to coordinate how we do this and the procedures that will follow. It's not our anticipation that we will be back in the building anytime soon, but with the weather, and if it cooperates, and the beauty of these summer evenings in Vancouver, we're going to take advantage of the outside, where we're told that with social distancing, it is safer for us to gather in small groups, larger than just a few people, but less than 50. And so beginning on June 5th, that Friday evening, and you'll be hearing some more about this from the synagogue in the coming week, we will be starting with some Shabbat in the park, not at the beach this time. We think the beach is going to be a bit busy. So we're going to pick some local parks. We'll do a Shabbat in the park on June 15th for families with children. And then the following weekend, we'll do one for adults without children. There'll be a Saturday morning thing for families with kids. And we hope to kind of do that throughout the summer. We plan right now at least to still stream our services Friday and Saturday night as well at their normal times. We'll see how sustainable that is as we go further into this. But look in your email next week for information about signing up for those, because a reservation will be required so that we don't exceed that minimum or that maximum number that's set by our health authorities. I also wanted to share with you one other very exciting thing that's happening in our community this coming week, and that's on May 28th, on Thursday. We have two Tikkun Leil Shavuot programs. It's Jewish custom and practice to study late into the evening on the evening of Shavuot, the holiday where we celebrate the receiving of Torah. And we're going to be doing that across Canada with other Reform congregations beginning at 4:30 Pacific time. That will go late into the evening East Coast time, but we'll just do the first couple of hours if you want to join us in the afternoon. Rabbis from across Canada will be teaching in that, including myself. And then at 7:30 here in Vancouver via Zoom, both of these are webinars that you need to register for in advance. The rabbis of Vancouver will be joining together to teach about Abraham Joshua Heschel and his insights into living a life like a work of art. And that will be streamed online as well at 7:30. So we hope you can join us for that. And then later on, the next day, 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday, will be our Shavuot and Yizkor service, which will take place here on our website and Facebook and on our TELUS channel. And now we're able to also stream on Shaw Cable. We were really excited to find out that Shaw Blue Curve TV, which is an add-on to the Shaw package, enables you to watch Temple Sholom via YouTube, via Shaw Cable, and their Blue Curve TV. So you can find out more about that in the email that we sent out. Contact your Shaw provider if you are a Shaw subscriber, or if your friends are and they haven't been able to access our services, and ask for the Blue Curve add-on, and then you'll be able to watch Temple Sholom and our programs in streaming. So that's that. I want to, at this time, invite all of our teens to turn on their cameras, keep their mics off, but to join us here on screen. Here they come. It's like the first time they've all showed up on time at the same time. There's more of you. All of you come on board. I know there's 14 of you, so we should be filling the screen a little bit. AC, do I need to ask you to turn your camera? You can do that. Okay, well, not sure where everybody else is, but I'm glad those of you that showed up on screen are here. We wanted to take this opportunity to, as I said at the beginning of our service, first acknowledge the incredibly unique times that you are graduating in. I know that you've been talking about this with your classmates, and I know that you've been talking about it with your family, and you will talk about it the rest of your lives. It will be the story of your graduation year being in the midst of a pandemic, the pandemic of 2020. Some have called this moment the Great Pause, and I think we've all experienced it in largely the same way. We have been home, we have been with our families, for better mostly, sometimes for worse. We've been online, and you're the generation that's been online the most, and even you are feeling zoomed out now. Even you, I think, have started to experience the effects of too much screen time, even though you told your parents it was never possible. But through it all, you have been the ones that have, I think, given us the most hope. Because just as we look to you for leadership in so many social issues over these past years, and as you led on the environment and on climate change, as your teen colleagues in NIFTY and throughout the youth world led on gun rights in the United States, as you have led us to an understanding of the inclusion of LGBTQ and the use of proper pronouns and not assuming things about others, as you have reminded us of the importance of sensitivity to how we speak, to an awareness of those issues that so often get ignored by the older generation, but will be ones that you will have to face and live with, and ultimately will be accountable for and responsible for in your own adult lives. You have been leading us, and that has never been more true than the group of people that are on screen here and those that have been part of our program. I need to tell each and every one of you, I want to tell each and every one of you how you have individually inspired me and inspired our congregation. from watching you on Sunday mornings with our children, with my children, with Rabbi Brown's children, with Cantor Tausik's daughter, from watching you in our Marvi youth group, to seeing you at Camp Kalsman, and in hosting the Kala that we had here, and in other programs and activities, I could always see the Temple Shalom teens were leaders, and to see in each of you this fire and this passion for Judaism and for Jewish community. You spoke, each of you, about it in the words that you shared with us. And, as I've said, I think, to you many times before, I'm a rabbi because of my experience in youth group. I know that that's true for Rabbi Brown. I know that's true for so many Jewish professionals. It's because of teens like you that we do what we do. It's because of teens like you that we are who we are. And I cannot thank you enough in the midst of the craziness that is this pandemic, to see our teen leaders showing up as you did tonight, sharing as you did tonight. Really, it is a blessing in the midst of the curses that we're experiencing right now. You are a blessing. And so before we give you a final blessing, we want to present you with gifts and certificates, just as we did at your bar mitzvah, but we can't give them to you on the screen. So we'll be delivering them or mailing them to you. There's a certificate that acknowledges your completion in our program, not the end of your Jewish education, but the achievement of this moment. And then I was thinking what gift to give you, this grade 12 that graduates in the midst of a pandemic. And so I picked the most influential book in my life, and I hope that you'll find it to be important in yours as well. It is Viktor Frankel's Man's Search for Meaning. Don't let the gendered title distract you. It is a profound message, I think, maybe the most profound that I've ever read, and maybe perhaps the most necessary one in this time, which is that in the midst of anything, human beings can endure anything if they can find meaning in it. And I hope that you will find meaning in this experience of not only going through the pandemic, but you'll find meaning in being part of our group at Temple Shalom, and meaning in being a Jew, and meaning being in our community. And so we want to give you this blessing because you are a blessing to us.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
Ken Yehi Ratzon, may God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka.
In Yiratzon, may God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken Yehi Ratzon, may God's presence always be with you. May you always experience the blessing of wholeness and completion, the blessing of shalom, of peace, and a world and a home and a family filled with peace. And we can all say, Amen. And I know Cantor Tausik has a special song for you now as well.
For our teachers and their students, and the students of the students, we ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. And for those who study Torah here and everywhere, may they be blessed with all they need, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen.
Amen and Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov.
So I'll invite you to turn your cameras back off, but be prepared to turn them back on at the very end of our service as you'll join us for our closing song. We're going to turn to page 570 as we wrap up our service with just a few final prayers, including the counting of the Omer on page 570 as we get closer and closer to that moment at Sinai, to the holiday of Shavuot. Hineni muchan unzuman l'kayem mitzvat aseh shel tzvirat ha'omer. I am ready to fill the mitzvah of the counting of the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Our praise to you, Adonai, sovereign of the universe, who houses us with your mitzvot and commands us to count the Omer. Hayom arba'a uva yom shehem shesha shavuot u'shnei yamim ba'omer. Today is 44 days, which are 6 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. So now you know. Page 586, you can rise if you'd like for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekru l'yotzer b'reishit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo sam chalkenu kaham, v'gor aleinu k'cho hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei Malach Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu Noteh Shamayim Ve'Oser Haaretz U'Moshe Ve'Karo B'Shamayim Imo U'Shchinatu Zo Begovei Meromim Hu Eloheinu Ein Od Emet Malkeinu Efes Ulato Kakatuv B'Torato Ve'adata Hayom V'Shevota Elevavecha Ki Adonai Hu Elohim B'Shamayim Imo Ve'aretz Mitachat Ein Od V'nemar B'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yihye Adonai echad U'shemo echad.
Thank you, Cantor Tausig. Our thoughts turn to friends and loved ones who are not here with us, but whose presence is felt particularly in this sanctuary, and so not in the sanctuary, I guess, but on this screen in this virtual sanctuary. And so at this time, we recall them for blessing, remembering particularly those who died during this past week, these past 30 days, whose families are in the midst of Shiva and Shloshim. We recall of blessed memory Esther Fishman, Nathan Godfrey, Miriam Goldberg, Joyce Herman, Alan Kay, Annette Krieger, Marv Seltzer, and Cam Wong. And those for whom the Yortzeit, the anniversary of their death, falls on this Shabbat, we recall them for blessing at this time as well. Zalman Bild, Julius Blutstein, Alan Brooks, Jack Sharon, Esther Camasero, Sarah Etkin, Robert David Fiedler, George Foxman, Harry Gettinger, Joseph Godfrey, Claire Columbia, Sue Harris, Jack Horlick, Inga Kay, Martin Jeffrey King, Louis H. King, Bess Lackman, Jacob Lineburn, Marilyn Leonard, Irving Levinson, Murray Mendelson, Morton Michelson, Francis Miller, Rita Montgomery, Beatrice Pitters, Elmer Sally, Sandy Sanamorsky, Fred Sango, Alan Shepard, Esther Schulman, Joseph Sinclair, Batya Singer, Rose Slobin, Oscar Strominger, Libby Teisch, Bluma Tischler, Shep Voisin, David Zivot, Harold Zlotnick. If there are others who have names to recall for Kaddish, if you could share them out loud in your homes, quietly in your hearts, or even type them into the comments window below our video so that we can join you in your prayers and your memory of your loved ones. We add to those names the names of all those who've died in defense of freedom and justice, victims of terror in this land, the land of Israel, around the world, and those who died in the Shoah and the Holocaust that have no family left to remember them. We recall them for blessing as well. The Kaddish prayers on page 598. Git Gadal Vit Kadash Shmei Rabbah, Bioma Divrach Hirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei, B'chayachon of Yomechon of Hayed Chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agalav Izman Kariv V'Maru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Olamei Omaya, Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitpa'ar V'Yitroman V'Yitnaseh, V'Yit Adar V'Yit Aleh V'Yit Alal Shemei Kudesha Brichu, Le'elam in Kol Birchata V'Shirata, Tushbechata V'Nechemata, Daminron B'Oma V'Ymaru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'Chaim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Ymaru Amen. Osei Shalom B'Romav, Hu'Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Al Kol Yoshvei Tevel V'Ymaru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort the bereaved among us, and we say together, Amen. I want to invite our teens, our grade 12 students, to join us back on screen one more time as we all join with Cantor Tausig in our closing song, and we get one more chance to look at your smiling and shining faces.
Oseh Shalom B'Romav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Romav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. You can unmute your microphones and say Shabbat Shalom too, everyone, if you want.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Mazel tov, everyone.
Mazel Tov. Shabbat Shalom services tomorrow morning right here, same channel, 10 a.m. We'll see you then. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.